Okay, we are back, and I should be sounding a lot better. I put my microphone on my hat like Peanut Gallery did, instead of inside of my shirt, because the light is green and it goes through the green screen. So it looked kind of weird. Let's go into my soapbox. Raw did absolutely spectacular. It was a 1.751 million next to the 698,000, and a 0.6 demo instead of a 0.18. Just remember, that was on Christmas.
Right.
Nobody's going to watch
a recap show.
Right. On Christmas.
So New Year's Day pretty well.
Yeah, it did. Day one, they started off strong. Obviously, The Rock is here, and to what I am hearing, this is not the only time that he's going to be appearing. He's going to be a regular right now.
Right.
So that is going to be a net positive.
Yes.
No CM Punk, but Punk did not have to be here, nor it would have been a detriment to the show because you had good matches here. You had, obviously, The Rock returning. You had a great match with Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Is Drew leaving or not? I'm hearing yes, I'm hearing no.
I don't know.
But he lost again. Rhea Ripley and Ivy Nile had a women's world champion match, and Ivy had to knock this out of the park. Luckily, she did. It was a good match. Let's talk about the Kofi Kingston thing, because that was the other big thing here, where he drop kicked Giovanni Vinci out of midair. I think one of his feet connected with Giovanni's face, and then there was a really nasty whiplash that essentially knocked out Giovanni. To what I heard, he does have a concussion, but luckily the doctors there are actual doctors.
Yes.
So they helped him out really quickly, and it was decisive, and all is, as good as it can get given a concussion. So there you go.
It happens.
It does. So NXT, this was New Year's Evil. Once again, they did very well. Despite Ilya not having the ability to defend the championship. So it was Grayson Waller instead, and it was for the title opportunity against Trick Williams.
Got to make Trick Williams look strong.
Yep, and he did. He looked very strong here. It was the Flash knee. I was very happy about that. And it was 768,000 next to 670 in a 0.25 demos of 0.16. So good news all the way around. Carlito was the mystery person in that 6-person tag. It was fine. The match with Lyra Valkyria and Blair Davenport was fine. Ariana Grace and Roxanne Perez. I like Roxanne's more of this aggression from her. I think it's actually going to play well. And Oba Femi and Riley Osborne were the two finalists in the men's breakout tournament, and Oba Femi won. I think that was the right choice.
Yep.
He looks great as a competitor. His moveset is getting really sharp. And these two, I like them. I like both of them. Both of them are good wrestlers. All right, Return to the Robarts Part 3. Getting sick of these. Also, Austin Idol's tribute, because I think as of that time, I think like 50 years in the business.
Something like that.
I mean, it's very impressive. And Austin Idol is a legend in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like he is. So there you go. BFT took on the Fixers for the tag team champions. BFT won. There wasn't really a whole lot here to really speak of other than like the main event and the stuff with Austin Idol. It was kind of a mess. But there was not really a whole lot going on here that I would say, go out of your way and watch.
Right.
Dynamite, new look. They have like the blue and the red.
Yay.
So that is fine. Apparently this is a new era, 801,000 instead of 782 and a 0.26 demo instead of a 0.26 demo. It was the same demo.
So that means that NXT beat Dynamite in the ratings then, right?
Almost. They came very close. They beat them in demo. They didn't beat them in rating. So, no, they came close in both. Like, really, like, razor close. 0.01 in demo and just shy. Like, 40,000 people shy. Like,
that's kind of bad.
That's really not good. This whole show was fucking lame. Really, really lame. Mariah May made her debut. It was very lackluster, including Deonna Purrazzo making her return.
It's kind of lackluster.
Deanna, you made the wrong choice.
Oh, yeah.
You absolutely made the wrong choice.
She should have stayed with TNA.
You were going to get lost in the shuffle.
Yep.
I will be bringing up TNA here soon, but this was just lame. Also, Adam Cole's group is called the Undisputed Kingdom.
That's so stupid.
Could we not be any less original even if we tried? Like,
Nope.
That is so lame. Christian's promo was fine. And the one thing that I will say is that Nick Wayne's mom is actually starting to impress me with her ability at promo. She's actually a good heel promo. So
there we go.
She has a good presence. She's very commanding. Like, she's a larger woman, so she really bumps that up, and it's very commanding presence. So
and it just goes to show it's like these she's a non-wrestler.
She's literally a non-wrestler, and she is a better promo than I would say half of the roster. Like
most of the roster.
More than half of the roster. Orange Cassidy and Dante Martin had an international champion match. For the most part, that was all you really needed to know. It was just such a lame show in every way, shape, and form.
Hooray.
So don't worry, I'm still covering TNA, but I do want to briefly mention that they did reveal the new TNA X Division champion today. I don't like it. People really like it. I think it's really tall.
I like it.
It's a tall belt, and I
didn't see it that way, but I do like the new titles that they're rolling out.
Maybe I need to look at it again, but I just wasn't impressed. I think either A, it was too busy, or B, it just looked really big, and it's I like the smaller versions for the X Division.
Oh, so, because you like them small.
I mean, I think it works better, and also it was super complicated. I'm like, I don't even know what to look at. Anyway, let's go into SmackDown. I do not have, obviously, the demos for this week, but it was a 2.108 million last week and a 0.55 demo. Not bad. Fatal 4-way match, they determined, because Roman Reigns and the Bloodline attacked the three guys who were in the number one contenders match.
Hooray.
So, it's a Fatal 4-way match at Royal Rumble. I think that is the right call.
Yes.
If none of these guys are going to be winning the Royal Rumble, let's not put them in the Royal Rumble.
Because we pretty much know who's going to win the Royal Rumble at this point. It's be one of two people.
Right. And I think it's going to be a repeat, but that's just me.
I guess we'll see.
Tyler Bate made his SmackDown debut, essentially.
Yes.
It was fine. Him and Butch are now a team.
Hooray.
But Butch still apparently has some stuff with Brawling Brutes, so I don't know what's going on there.
I think Brawling Brutes as a collective is kind of going by the wayside.
Yep. And let's talk about the return of AOP aligning themselves with Karrion Kross.
Yay, they gave Karrion Kross something to do.
And they attacked Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, who essentially had to become baby faces because people like the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley as a tandem.
Yes.
But yes, Karrion Kross and AOP are a group. Paul Ellering and Scarlett are the managers. I dig it.
I'm on board with all of that.
Mm-hmm. And also, I do want to mention, Kevin Owens won the U.S. Champion Tournament. Not surprised, but let's talk about Michin, who went for the Women's Championship during the show. She had to knock this out of the park once again because this was her first title opportunity. Mm-hmm. She did a very good job. It was not as well as Ivy Nile did, but I thought Michin was perfectly acceptable here.
Yep.
But really, that was it on SmackDown, and that is really my soapbox.
Okay.
Peanut Gallery. What are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about some very interesting things that happened in New Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to go back on my words, I think, a little bit. So let's talk about it.
All right.